Hey you guys, welcome back to Sweepy TV. I'm your host Sienna Leone, and today I'm so excited to say we're at Capitol with a really talented young lady, Natalie Jane. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Like I was saying off camera, I'm such a fan of you, so thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Natalie, I found you when I was scrolling a few years ago on my TikTok, and your voice, this just angelic voice, pops up on my For You page. It's you in a parking lot singing your heart out. So, for the fans at home, tell me a little bit about how you got into this industry and also using social media, for you to get this beautiful voice out to the fans.
Yeah, I started when I was in high school. Do you want me to hold this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I started when I was in high school, just posting videos for fun, singing videos, because that's just what I like to do. And then I started to take it a little more seriously and put out my own music senior year of high school. But I think after I graduated, that's when I really got into it. I'm like, okay, I want to do this for a living. I have to take this more seriously. I have to do this 24/7. So that's what I did. And then I moved to California. And then I wanted to keep filming videos, little singing videos. But I didn't want to annoy my neighbors now that I wasn't in a house. I was in an apartment building. And I didn't want to get noise complaints because, just a little people pleaser. So I went to the garage and no one was down there. And then it turned into a thing and it stuck.
So you had that idea. It kind of went viral on TikTok, and then you were like, okay, this is it. Let's roll with it. Is that basically initially how it started?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's amazing. Now look at us. We're sitting in the Capitol offices. Here we are. Your new single just released a few weeks ago, Intrusive Thoughts. So tell everyone at home about this one, because when I was driving here, so powerful, and I can relate to this song. So many people can, but I'm sitting there in my driver's seat and I'm like, yeah, this song's for me. So tell me a little bit about this.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry that you relate to it. That makes me sad, but I'm happy that you like it. It's called Intrusive Thoughts because I think the chorus is just a jumble of all of these, of you just having an existential crisis, of you having a panic attack. It's like, what if I never find somebody to love? And then out of nowhere, I just say, what if I get to heaven and it's not even real? And I think it's all of these intrusive thoughts that are spiraling onto each other. Because if you're having a bad day, it's only going to get worse with something small. And I think that's what it is. It's just a jumble of my intrusive thoughts.
So is that how this song came to be? Were you just having, like you said, all these intrusive thoughts? Were you writing in your notes and then you went into the studio and you said, okay, let's write about this? Tell me about that.
I think when the song was made, honestly the most important part to me was how the vocal sounded, because if I'm just singing these lyrics with no emotion in my voice, I don't think it would hit as hard. So I think it was really important working with Pink Slip and recording with Pink Slip, the producer. He really was able to bring the emotion out of me, and he's try to cry or something. I forget what he said, but he did a really good job of getting the emotion out for the song, which is what I think was the make or break.
So when you listen to this song now, what are those feelings you feel? Do you cry to it? Are you happy that you kind of let that out, let your guard down? Tell me about that so your fans can, connect. Because like you said, when I said, okay, I connect to this song, I feel it, you go, okay, I'm sorry. But everyone can feel that, I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's crazy how hundreds of thousands or millions of people are able to be sad together when they listen to it. And everyone goes through their life and goes through their ups and downs and has their challenges, but someone sitting right next to you can be going through the same thing, just in a different situation. So having this common factor of this one song, people can all just it's therapy for everyone together.
It is.
Yeah.
And I find your voice so therapeutic. Just with this single and with your previous work, your voice is just so damn powerful. Like, that's how I would describe your voice. It's just so powerful. So, with this project, it's the first to like a really big release, November 17th. I mean, this is your first big project, debut project, your EP that you're releasing. So tell me about this. I want to know kind of start to finish of how you started this to how you felt when you finished this project, because this is a big one.
Yeah, I mean, it started like a year and a half ago with Mentally Cheating. It's the oldest song on this EP. And I really didn't know what was gonna come of everything with that song. Mentally Cheating was like the first song that made me feel like, oh, I can do this as a career, not just as a hobby. That's the reason I didn't go to college. It's the reason I moved to California and signed to Capitol Records and 10K. And that song's super important to me. And I don't think if I told myself like a year and a half later my debut EP would be coming out. And I'm celebrating tonight with all my friends, and I'm super excited.
Now, I mean, looking at that, it's so incredible. Congratulations to you. But November 17th, that's a big one for you. I mean, your debut EP, Where Am I? I mean, congrats to you. Tell me about this.
So I called it Where Am I? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know like where they are in life, even if you're like accomplished, or even if you don't know what you're doing the next day. And I have an intro track on this EP called Where Am I? And it's just me like talking about what I'm feeling in that moment, and I'm just talking into the microphone, and then the producer like chopped up his favorite like few sentences that I said and put it in there. But it's just like, especially the career that I'm in, so you don't know what's gonna happen next. Like, I don't know what's happening tomorrow. Everything's really up and down. So that's one of the aspects, like where am I in my career? Another thing is, where am I in my love life? Where am I in relationships? Where am I with my friends? Just where am I in life in general? And I think all of these songs tell a story when you listen to them in order, and it's just a jumble of my thoughts and emotions. Where am I?
So would you recommend your fans listen to this project start to finish?
Definitely recommend listening start to finish, just so you get the whole Natalie Jane over the last year and a half.
So Natalie, in regards to that, the last 18 months, I mean, you said on your Instagram it's been a whirlwind. Yeah. Okay, so I want you to kind of explain those 18 months and, looking at where you were when you started this project to where you are now, how would you describe that?
Well, when I started this project, I was like fresh out of high school, and now I feel like I'm finally settled in to life. Here across the country was definitely a big move. Moving, like, my family is all in New Jersey, so moving here alone was really scary right after high school. And my whole life, the plan was you go to school, and then you go to college, and you get a job. And then in like a few weeks, all of that changed, where I just didn't go to school and I moved here, and it was all just it was very confusing, but I finally feel settled in, and I'm really happy, which I think is really important, because I have friends, or I know people who I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think the most important thing right now in my life is that I'm currently happy, which is huge. Yeah. So, what was the question?
No, you answered it perfectly. I was asking you when you started this to where you are now. Yeah. I mean, you answered it perfectly. But looking at this project, debut EP, is there a song on here that, I mean, picking an EP, having to, narrow it down, I know for an artist how hard that process is. So this is a loaded question, but is there a song on this EP for November 17th you're like, I cannot wait for the fans to hear, and why?
I am obsessed with Torture. And it's funny if I say that with like no context. The song Torture, it's like, you're under her, now we're over, yeah, missing me feels like torture. And then it goes into this like whole world of like labyrinth type music, and it's just like, it's a different world, and it's very different than the other songs in the EP. I think it's similar to I'm Her, but I'm really excited for people to hear that one because I've also been teasing it for like months, but I never gave it to them, so they're finally gonna have it, which I'm excited about.
I'm so excited for November 17th. I'm like, your music is just so therapeutic. But what I said to you off camera, I mean, I saw you from a distance at Lauren Spencer Smith's concert. You're so supportive of your best friends and vice versa, you know? So I saw on your Instagram, you were reposting Tate McRae. Like I said, you couldn't put your phone down at Lauren's concert. So this little girl gang, which is so incredibly talented, all of you guys, tell me, do you guys share your music together? Do you go to them for some advice? Tell me about that.
It's funny you asked that because like just the other day I wrote a song that I really liked, and I just sent it to a group chat of like Lauren and Gina Fontanella, Lauren Spencer Smith, and I'm just like, I just love sending it to my friends and like getting their input. Or another really close friend is Alexander Stewart. I also would love to do a song with him one day. He's amazing. But yeah, it's really nice having friends that are in the same industry, and we can just cry together, scream together. Yeah.
Like, can you all go on tour together, please? But like, please make my dreams come true. But speaking about tour, Natalie Jane, I mean, November 17th, huge for you. You have a tour coming up, but what's next? I mean, this is going to be a booked and busy end of the year, new year, I'm sure.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, I'm super excited to go on tour. That's my favorite thing. I love being on the road and being able to meet people in person, because everything I do, like, yeah, I have millions of followers. I'm so thankful for that. It's the coolest thing in the world. But then I think what's even better than that is just seeing people in real life. Because I see all these numbers on a screen, but they're just numbers on a screen. Like, they don't mean anything until you see people all together in a room and they're singing the songs, we're singing the songs together, and then I get to meet them and I'm like, oh, you're like a real person. And I feel like people say that about, like, someone said to me once, she's like, I can't believe you're a real person. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I can't believe you're a real person. Like you're supporting me. You're like, that's so important to me because I wouldn't be in this room if you weren't here.
Your fans are powerful, let me tell you that. I mean, looking at Instagram, TikTok, the comments, but like you said, having them sing back your songs and having them sing back those songs that are going to be released very soon here. I'm so happy for you. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
You're so talented. I'm like honored you had the time today. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you guys, Intrusive Thoughts is out now. Where Am I is out now. Go stream it. Go listen to it. Go show Natalie Jane some love. Where can they follow you?
Instagram and TikTok, Natalie Jane Sings. I actually have Snapchat now, Nat Jane Sings. Slay.
Okay, if you want to, I'm sure you post more day in the lives, kind of stuff like that, so they could see you a bit more personal on Snapchat. There you go, you guys. Go follow her and be sure to be giving this video a big thumbs up, and we will see you guys next video. Bye, everyone.
Bye.